Yes, that's right. Well, I guess Linda doesn't want to be shown, but I'm gonna change my air filter. You can see. Oh yeah, got a new one. Of course, the nasty old one. I had bought one from Walmart, but somehow it was the wrong one, so had to go to AutoZone, get a brand new one. So yeah, this will be the quick intro to that new video. Hopefully I can get up soon the next couple of days. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Yes, the other day the five-star power forward Matthew Hurt committed to Duke, which is great. They had Vernon Carey, Boogie Ellis, and Wendell Moore, which is crazy. And they might actually be getting another guy also coming up next week in the name of Cassius Stanley as well, a shooting guard. So they might get him as well. I prefer a guy, his name is Cole Anthony, but he might go somewhere else because there's probably not going to be enough room on Duke's roster to really hold everybody. But it's great that they got him. He's a once in a lifetime type of dude, in my opinion, especially, for his position. He's supposedly considered a power forward, but I think Coach K is going to use him at the 3 because that's how versatile he is. So it should be very fun to see him and check him out next year for the Duke Blue Devils. And somebody mentioned that if you pass on Zion Williamson, it's like passing on Michael Jordan. I guess, but it even took Michael Jordan his first 7 or 8 years just to even get to the finals. So, I mean, it takes everybody a certain amount of time. To Kobe, a certain number of years as well. All the great people, it took them a while. They weren't just blessed with championships, unless sometimes you're lucky on a rookie team that, you just get lucky if your team's already going to the finals every year, like if you're on LeBron James' team. But, I hear the Phoenix Suns are actually liking point guard / shooting guard Ja Morant more than Zion Williamson if they were to have the choice between the two, which is kind of interesting. But looking at their team, they kind of need a guy who's more of a point guard instead of a guy like Zion Williamson. But I mean, you could take a once in a generation type player like that and then trade the guys that you have. That's just my opinion, but we'll see if the Phoenix Suns even get a chance to do that, and maybe somehow the Lakers somehow win this draft lottery. But we'll see what the basketball gods have in store for us. Then I was kind of wondering, because I was kind of noticing that Grayson Allen hasn't really been getting much playing time, especially in these playoff games. And of course Utah's down 0-2, I believe, or maybe even 0-3, but maybe, I think they're still 0-2, but they're saying he might be the spark that they need. You just never know. Throw in a guy, see what he can do, and yeah, hopefully he can shine on the biggest stage, especially against a tough team like Houston. Then also they're saying that Monty Williams is their current favorite to land the Lakers head coaching job. I don't mind. I prefer him over Tyronn Lue or Juwan Howard, who's actually going to interview next week. Both Tyronn Lue and Monty Williams already interviewed this week, but I don't know. I hope it's Monty Williams and not the alma mater guy in Juwan Howard, who's from Michigan, the same as the GM Rob Pelinka is that's with the Lakers right now. I just hope that doesn't happen, but you never know. This is La La Land. And in some USC news, at least, the quarterback Matt Fink, who was supposed to be in the battle for the #1 quarterback spot, turns out that he put his name in the transfer portal. But he says that he's not 100% sure if he would leave anyways. He's just looking to see if there's a better opportunity. Pretty sure if they're going to allow him to start right away, he might as well just take it, see what he can do, instead of maybe he got word that he's probably going to be second or third on the depth chart, so I might as well just take off right now, see what you can do. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's already graduated if he's been there for 3 years already. That's how most of these football players, how quickly they graduate nowadays. But good luck to him no matter what. I'll find out the official news if he does end up leaving, of course. Then also USC basketball got commitments from 2 guys. One in Noah Bauman, who's from San Jose State. He's a shooter, or a good 3-point shooter guy. And then Daniel Utomi from Akron, I believe. And he's a grad transfer, so he can play right away. Bowman will have to sit out at least 1 year, but then he'll have 2 years of eligibility left. So yeah, it's pretty crazy how all this USC basketball news is coming up. But so many guys did leave and transfer, so they had to fill up bodies somewhat within the next few years. And that's why Nick Rakusovic, who I thought could have left this year and at least been a second-round pick, but he wants to stay for his senior year. That's great. It's always fun when guys want to stay at USC or Duke for their senior year. We definitely love those type of guys. So be glad he's back. He'll be our veteran leader and presence down low at the center position. And then also Ethan Anderson made it official. He did commit to Duke about a month or 2 ago, but he signed his letter of intent officially. So he's definitely on the team along with Drake London as well, who's on the team, who's also going to be playing football. But his scholarship counts for football, so that's why basketball is able to get a lot of these transfers or extra guys. It's pretty smart by USC in my opinion, other than all their other type of stuff that they've been going through. But yeah, let's keep on going. Well, I guess I'm wearing these shirts out of order, but this is a kind of USC news right here. So, yes, the USC did hire Eric Ziskin's replacement as like the director of recruiting overall, even though he had just left a few months ago. But Coach Slade Helton did say he wanted to get somebody by the end of spring, which is they had their last spring practice last weekend. So, pretty obvious that the decision was going to come now, but they got a guy in the name of Sean Harris, who's been up at Fresno State the past couple years, and he did pretty well for them as far as the type of recruits and the numbers that they're able to get in, because both years they jumped up from their previous year, which is really good. So hopefully he can help us out, which also kind of leads to the next story and the fact that one of the top rated players in the country, but also probably the #1 rated player in California, the linebacker from Upland High School, which is in Upland, I believe, and his name is Justin Flowe, I don't know, but you know, USC definitely struck out on Kayvon Thibodeau by letting him go all the way up to Oregon, the #1 player in California last year. So they better not do that with this guy, in my opinion, because they'll definitely need some help in the linebacker position after next season. And this guy can automatically play. I mean, he's had that, as you can see from his freaking body, I think he's had that since he was a sophomore, which is insane about the way these guys are training nowadays and just preparing themselves just to go to the NFL, which I'm pretty sure is where he's looking to go, to a certain school that's going to allow him to play 3 straight years automatically, no matter what, just so he can get out and get that money, I guess, in that first round. But yeah, it should be very interesting. Hopefully Sean Harris and the whole recruiting team can pull it off, but we'll see how this goes. And well, just to end off with some Chargers news. So yes, they're saying that Dalton Reisner, an offensive tackle from Kansas State, could solve the tackle problems for the Chargers. Hopefully. It is kind of a stretch because he's kind of projected right now to be in the 2nd or 3rd round, but the way the draft looks like it's going and the amount of players that are going to be gone by that time, it seems like the Chargers are going to have to go for best value on their board. So he's probably going to have to be the pick, which I don't mind, because he was a guy I was for them to pick in the 2nd round anyways, but hopefully he'll still be there even as well, and we'll see how that goes. Then also Mac Wilson, the linebacker from Alabama, worked out for the Chargers the other day. And of course, I've just always been fighting for the past like 2 or 3 top Alabama linebackers that are coming out of there to be drafted by the Chargers, and they never were. And hopefully this one guy is there because he's another great guy. I mean, they have another few guys coming within another year or two, but this guy, he's another guy you can't miss out on him. But you might have to reach for him in the first round as well, because he's definitely not going to last deep into that second round. And of course, the Chargers won't pick till like 60th or something like that again after their 28th pick, so that's going to suck. And Antonio Gates, they're saying he deserves one more year. I don't know. I think there's a lot of great tight ends. This draft is very deep in tight ends, so with the fact that Hunter Henry's coming back healthy, I just think you have to go with one of those guys as well, because you already got Sean Culkin, who's a good enough guy, instead of having an older, expiring Antonio Gates at the moment. But that's just my opinion. Then also the Chargers said that this year they're going to go with their home jerseys as the powder blue, which is like that lighter blue, the more old school Chargers look. I don't really like it, in my opinion, but that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do then, but we'll see how that goes. And of course, since I've been mentioning about Will Grier, the quarterback from West Virginia, that I would prefer the Chargers to draft him to try to be a successor to Phillip Rivers within the next year or two. And he was only getting like maybe 3rd, 4th, 5th round projections before all this stuff that I've been saying it. And then now, after, of course, I've been talking about him and it's getting closer to the draft, they're saying that he could be a reacher. Like, he could reach all the way up to the 2nd round, even late 1st round, where the Chargers are going to pick too. So it's going to be crazy to see what happens. And of course, one guy, I talk about one guy, then now all of a sudden he's the favorite. So just sucks, but we'll wait and see how that goes. Hopefully it's a positive thing for the Chargers. Then also the men's golf team won the national championship, or no, sorry, not the national championship, the Pac-12 championship for golf at USC. So congrats to them. It's always good to see. Hopefully they can convert that and make it into a national championship. Of course, we'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think, and have a great rest of your day. Yeah, folks, editing through my video, I don't know why I'm blinking so much. Maybe it was the light. My eyes are so sensitive, I guess, but I don't know. I'll try to figure that out, fix it. I can't do it digitally, but I don't know. It's just weird. I'll try to figure out why I do that, but maybe it's a nervous twitch. I don't know, but if it bothers you, then yes, I'll try to fix it, but take these before they go out of stock.